Well, hello, everybody. You know this is, and if you're not aware of who I am, this is Madam Merkaba. Now, a lot of you don't even know what Merkaba is. You don't know what it means. Of course, there's different, ideas out there, different information out there, but there is a chakra. There's a chakra within the head called the Merkaba chakra. And I encourage you to get, acquainted with that because, baby, there's a lot, what a lot. But anyway, you guys, the title of this video is Hidden in Plain Sight. We've talked about this over and over again. I think one of the most important things you can do for yourself, whether you're spiritual or not spiritual, is to protect yourself energetically, because time and time again, you are seeing that energetic attacks are real. You are seeing over and over again that there's some type of energy, mental breakdown that causes people to, become jealous, become, a stalker and harasser, et cetera, et cetera. And so a lot of you are not even aware of a lot of the information that gets sent out to your enemies, your stalkers, your bullies, are actually as friends. So the class that I'm putting out until the we'll say Monday is called Enemies Hidden in Plain Sight. Now we talk about this because a lot of people get afraid. Like I said, protection work is like the number one thing that I get. It goes toe to toe with love work, but that I get hit up on with, and some people, they have a conscious, we're going to call those with souls, and they get a little scared, they get intimidated because they're like, I don't want to start nothing, I just feel like somebody is, attacking me or doing things to me, and I just don't want to get into a witchy war, quote unquote. I just want it to stop. And I just want to keep telling you guys, like, I want to give you the confidence and I want to give you the security that you are in control of your life, your peace of mind, your sanity. And of course, if you are not intentionally, doing things to agitate, irritate, or to stir up this type of tea. And we're not talking about you speaking and you just being you, because a lot of people, we have the freedom of speech. You have the right to say what you feel and without calling out anyone or anything. And I think even going along the lines of like doxing, right? Like a lot of people think that the act of putting out someone's information is doxing, when in fact it's putting out information with the intent to cause harassment, stalking, and or other things, right? Blackmailing, et cetera, and or without their permission. And so the same thing with like protection, right? And people, coming for you, have a right to protect yourself and know who, what, when, why, and how. And so, of course, like I said, in this class, we get into identifying, and this works on all levels, y'all. I've had clients that had, gang stalking situations. I myself was a part of that before, as I keep telling you guys, just to make me want to come out and start doing spiritual work for people. I've had, clients, regular, Mary Janes and Susie Joes, on up, people, get into high positions and they were being harassed and stalked and even kind of forced to, unalive themselves. And it got nasty. And so whether it is high up people, we're going to say people in high places, people in low places, like I said, I can give you the techniques and the, tools that you need to defeat these people. And even in a sense of putting them on, if you're like, listen, I don't really want to defeat them in the sense of destroying them, causing destruction over their lives, but I want to just kind of keep them out of my peripheral. I want to kind of keep them away from my perimeters. I want to keep them out of my life, out of what I got going on. But like I said, there's still things you can do. And of course, I already posted information on the blog spot. But there's two parts. This is probably going to be the only class up to now that we're doing high perspective, aka high magic, that we're going to offer a group, like a texting group, through an app called Group Me. Can we talk about it? Group Me. I just like that, girl. It's not like groupie. Group Me, groupie. Anyway, and we're going to do for at least 3 weeks, a support for everyone who attend this class to where you can ask your questions. And even if, something that's already been addressed, it will still be discussed and presented. But like I said, there's two options for this class. It's for those who just have minor things. Maybe you want to just discover who your enemies are. Once again, hiding in plain sight. Maybe you want to identify them. You kind of want them to reveal themselves, or for spirit to reveal them to you. And you just don't plan on doing anything. You just like, I just need to know. Good to know. Whatever, however. And then there's the other aspects of that where you want to know. Maybe this has been going on for a very long time. Maybe you feel like you're not comfortable in your own home. Maybe you feel like, there's a lot going on. And so, I call that, more advanced work. And in this class, like I said, that would be the advanced option. So you will be given techniques for both options. But the advanced, we're going to really go into depth. And of course, I'm going to give you an example of some things. And I may even go into like a storytelling situation where I'm even showing published information on a situation of a stalking, harassing, ordeal that ended victoriously for my client, but it did not end too well for those who were harassing, stalking, and doing their online bullying. Right. And it was online and in person. It was even, anyway, I won't get into that. But I do have their permission to share that information. And so, like I said, that will probably be, in that class that I'll get into and share that to kind of so you'll be aware of what people do and how they go about doing it. As well as even going on into myself, honey. There's people that I've dealt with in my life. And I'm like, this is perfect timing. Like I said, we've offered protection class on other things. We have a home blessing clearing that I posted up that's still available, but it's not available at the deal that we offered it at. And like I said, with the protection, we always do protection. We always talk about protection, protect. But a lot of people don't listen. They let it kind of build up. And like I was going into me, there's people I've dealt with, back in the day that I no longer deal with. And of course, it became a antagonizing, I'm going to send people over there to that person to make it seem like they want to be, cool with this individual. And then once these people get to know you, and I tell you, I thank God that my guard is up. And that's another thing I want to check out too. It's very healthy to keep your guard up. Do not let anybody who is not a psychologist, a psychiatrist, a counselor, and or they're not in your shoes, that means they don't see things the way you see things, tell you that it is not healthy to have your guard up. It is not healthy to not trust people. It is very healthy to have your guard up because people will send people, or sometimes people will even come along themselves. They will, disguise themselves through catfishing. And they'll, there's just a lot. And so they would send people, into my case, they would send people to try to befriend you. You'll befriend them. You'll be talking. They'll try to get teas and hints and clues about you. Then they'll go back and feed it to, this person, to these groups of people. And then all of a sudden, voila, you're getting personal and comfortable with this person. And then this group just show up mysteriously. And they're like, oh, it's a small world. And how are we all here? And this is so amazing. And it's like, no, it's not a small world, bitch. You guys are just obsessed. You're obsessed with me. And of course, this is not any of their spiritual people in here. Believe it or not, it's actually other trans people. It's actually other, homosexuals. And so either way, time and time has went on, and we've done things to, stop them in their tracks. And it has been publicized and notified, y'all, even on the news. One of them made it to the news where they were fucked up. But either way, excuse my French, either way, now it's really like, baby, okay. Now it's, a smearing campaign. Now it's, and it's been that for like about 6 years, 7 years now. But now it's, let's flip the script. Now let's make it seem like we're not dealing with this person. We're not talking about this person, and they're talking about us. And of course, people who knows me know that I don't bring these people up. I don't even talk to them, talk about them in my personal life. I never researched them. I never looked at them. I never cared about what their mom and daddy did. But of course, like spirit always do, spirit knows what spirit shows. So when the time comes for them to, try to tussle it out, they don't want to meet in person to tussle it out. They want to do it cyberly and cyberly only. So of course, spirit presents people to me that knows them. And of course, this will be like uncles, aunties. Once again, I don't know these people information. I didn't go, seek these people out. I didn't go look up who their mom and daddy was. Just so happened the information fell into my lap, literally. And of course, now I'm like, okay, baby. So now we're going to get down with the get down. And at this point, girl, there's no more protecting. There's no more people asking if this person is really a male or female. There's no more of these people asking if this person's real name is this or that. There's no more of that. Like I said, I'm completely washing my hands with it. And of course, letting the universe and the spirits do their tea. And of course, like I said, we're getting in and we're doing that working. We've been slowly doing it, but the full moon is here, the last quarter of the year. And we're ready to tackle 1 by 1, 2 by 2, 3 by 3, 4 by 4. And of course, it's going to be publicized. Of course, it's going to be notified. Of course, it's going to be newsworthy information. Of course, friends and families and people who know these individuals are going to see exactly their fall. And so, like I said, I'm like, well, I'm doing my tea. People always, hit me up asking about protection stuff, even about the house blessings. People are like, hey, you have something on protection? And I'm like, yes, I do. So this is perfect timing. Like I said, do not be disturbed. Do not be afraid, because a lot of these people, they try to intimidate you. They try to intimidate you as if they know people. They'll try to intimidate you like they know you too. They know your shit too. But like I said, spirit is far more greater than these people. The energies, the planetary alignment, just everything is like I said, everything. Like, if what is greater, who and what will be greater than a divine system that had even created these people that are your ops? What system will be greater than that system? If a system was so intelligent enough to design time in itself and how your existence have happened here right now, what is greater than that? Because that system knows the beginning and the end. That system knows the rise and the fall. That system knows the building and the abolishing and or the destruction. And so, like I said, it's okay to be, peachy and positive. And, I'm afraid that, if I do any dark work or anything, baneful, that it's going to come back to me. And I tell you that this is what the people want you to think. They want you to be afraid. You have to take your power back. You have to stop letting people speak for you. And for me, that's what it has come to. It's come to people speaking for me. Getting acquainted with the people that I'm cool with. They never even liked these people before, and they're trying to like set a tone. And just so you know, and here's the proof. And of course, I tell the people, if you believe, you can believe what you want to believe. I don't have to prove anything. And of course, if you're telling me that our interactions have been, peachy, or our interactions have been great, and then all of a sudden this information comes to you, and now you're like, wait, then like I said, you have to go with your own judgment. I can't tell you what to think. But like I said, they're setting a tone for certain things. And of course, it's kind of like this bitch is going to take like kind of trying to plot where you're going, trying to plot who you're dealing with, trying to plot where you're at in your life. And once again, that's why I keep my stuff to myself. I move in silence as always, even going into this whole situation. Been down it many, many times before. Like I said, baby, I mind my business, but I speak my truth. I'm not a fake ass bitch. I'm not a two-faced bitch, baby. If I don't like you, I let you know. And I always tell people, those are the ones that are considered problematic. Direct people that tell you what they mean and they mean what they say, you are a problem to the world, because they want you to be quiet. They want you to shut the fuck up. They want you to kiss ass. They want you to be fake. They want you to do what everybody else is doing. If everybody else love TikTok, they want you to love TikTok. If everybody else love Line, they want you to love Line. If everybody else is going to make up that every baby is cute, they want you to also think that every baby is cute. And when you say that every baby is not cute, now they want to bully into, oh, you're so heartless. Oh, you're so inconsiderate. It's like, girl, bye. Every baby is not cute. Bitch, it is what it is. There are ugly babies out there. Bitch, bye. And you ask for my opinion, I'm going to tell you, that's the ugliest baby. Sorry. Sorry, not sorry. Girl, you asked for my opinion. Girl, am I fat and you're 600 pounds? I'm going to say, yes, you are. Sorry, babe. That's not mean. I'm not seeking to say, hey, girl, you're overweight. I'm not seeking to say, hey, girl, you look bricky. I'm not seeking to say, hey, girl, you're out of line. Hey, girl, you look like a man. I'm not seeking that. You asked for my opinion and or you voluntarily told me what I'm giving and I didn't ask for it. So now I can voluntarily tell you what you're giving. And there you go. And now I'm the problem because, like I said, my tongue cuts deep like a sword. The Bible says that the power lies in the tongue. And so, baby, my tongue cuts deep because, baby, I'm very articulate and witty when it comes to my words. I'm very quick with it. And a lot of these other people, a lot of these other signs, a lot of these other people, depending on where they're at in their life, especially if they're not secure with themselves, they don't know how to formulate. They don't know how to articulate. They don't know how to put together words and ideas to express themselves. All they know how to say is the race card, the sexuality card, or the gender identity card. They can't get into anything else. They can't say anything about the mama, the daddy. They can't say, baby, this is that. They got, like I said, they got to try to hit below the belt when it's not hitting below the belt. Bitch, you know what you is. Girl, you know if you're a trans or not. Calling somebody a trans is not offensive. I mean, unless, they playing a role. I don't know. But for me, girl, it's not offensive to me. Girl, calling me anything that I'm aware of about myself, baby, calling that out, that does not offend me, that does not upset me. But baby, adding shit on and making shit up, that's what the problem is. And the gag be that people have to make shit up about you, but the shit you say about them, you don't have to make up about them. Because even other people can see for themselves. Like, girl, let's cam up and let's see, as a sideline, y'all, because we're getting into the protection tea, y'all. But it's sideline. Let's come up and let's see if a bitch have crow's feet, wrinkles, bumps around the lips. Let's see if the bitch don't grow lashes. Let's see if the bitch what the bitch's skin is given naturally, authentically, without Botox, without chemical pills. Bitch, I've done facials here and there every 6 months, because we know you get dead skin. You got to exfoliate your dead skin. If not, you'll start getting bumps and shit. To keep a clear skin, you have to exfoliate. But Botox, fillers, and all that stuff, girl, we don't do that. Chemical pills, we don't do that over here. And so when, girls, they can't see it. They're like, what? We're the same age though. And I have to go get my lips filled, my nose done, this and that. And you don't got it. It's like, girl, yeah, I don't have to do it. Like I said, anyway. So girls, like I say, people cannot take it. People cannot take realness. And that's why I'd rather just stay in my lane, mind my business. I always do. And this is how the magic works. Right? You're minding your business. You're in your own lane. You don't go seeking after people. You don't go looking for them. You don't go to their social media platform. You don't go anywhere they're at to discuss them. You stay where you're at to discuss whatever you need to discuss. Because maybe you're like, hey, I noticed that this person is friends with this person, whatever, you notice things. And then all of a sudden it's, well, why are they talking about me? But yet you've received thousands and thousands upon thousands of screenshots and recordings of people discussing you. And you don't even know the people that they're discussing you with. It's like, girl, I don't even know these people. So why are you discussing it with me? Because you want to set that tone. So they said, this is how the magic works. They've caused the malicious attack. They intentionally tried to stir up some shit. And now you're going in there with the intent to claim your power back. And that's all you're doing. Like I said, I'm here to instill confidence and you being secure in your decision to not be afraid. Like I tell y'all, a lot of people are so afraid. I cannot tell you how many times I get emails from people that be so afraid to do protection work or to get their people together. Like, I don't want to do anything on them because I'm afraid they're going to find out and get me together. And I always tell you that that's not going to work. That's not how that works. That's not how that's going to happen. If people unjustable or unjustly, not unjustable, unjustly, okay, or unjustifiably come for you, attack you with the intent to stir up some type of energy, with the intent to take you off of your peace, with the intent to take you out of any other realm of being happy, healthy, and successful, you have that right to do whatever you need to do to those people to get where you need to get to. When they came to you, that was the unjust. And we know that this universe is about the just. This universe is about creating a balance. The imbalance happened when you were on your P's and Q's and this person or these people came out of nowhere and tried to knock you down. And even when they knocked you down, you weren't even paying attention. You were like, baby, I don't give a fuck what they got. And they just kept going, kept going, and kept going, and kept going, and kept going. And so now it's like, it's justifiable. There's no backlashing. There's no karma. Regardless of whatever I decide to do, even if that means that puts you in danger spiritually, physically, emotionally, or mentally, girl, it was justifiable. And of course, this is not you. Once again, that's why we go into the spirit, because you don't want to ever get into a situation where you have to get physical with people. Of course, that will only happen if somebody showed up to my house. Of course, that will happen if somebody walk up to a safe place that I'm in. I have a right to protect myself. But like I said, you want to get into the spirit. You want to allow the spirit to do what they need to do and work things out, appropriately, because they know. And that's another thing. That's another advantage of going into the spirit to get people together, because a lot of times things are already aligned up for these people. A lot of times people have done karmatic things. A lot of times people have what they call karmatic debt, okay, on them. And so the spirit already knows this. You may not be aware of this. So when you start working that energy, you start shifting and opening those doors. And one of the people in particular, for me, one of my enemies in particular, they have a habit of intimidating people through doxing. Like, I'm going to dox you if you don't give me what I want. If you don't show me this and that, I'm going to let the world know, blah, 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 blah. And it worked. It worked. This person got lots and lots of money. They even went into one of these financial people, which, like I said, I'm not going to get too far into, but somebody over there in the Midwest. It was a very well-known political party, and he got afraid. He was very afraid of this person. This person intimidated him, and they got afraid, and they gave this individual what they gave them. But of course, because maybe I know who the fuck this person is, and because this other person I'm not cool with, and my hands is completely not connected with them at all, baby, like I said, girl, the spirit has to come in and show up. The Holy Spirit has to be activated. The Holy Spirit has to come in and has to speak up and say, Tom, Dick, Harry, Sue, Mary Jane, and bitch, this is what we're going to do. And so on the flip side to that, like I said, this person will get got physically. Of course, girl, it might be prison time for sure. Federal. That's a federal crime. Federally. But of course, there's still the spiritual aspect. There's still the mental aspect and the emotional aspect, because all that go hand in hand. And once the mental is attacked and once the emotional is attacked, now it's going to all fall in. And so that's, like I said, that's where I'm at with that. I'm a very good person. I always tell you this. I try to resort to, the negative stuff. That's my last resort. I'm very peaceful girl. It takes a lot to provoke something out of me. I know I come here and I'll be talking, I'll be doing my thing, and I'll be letting people have, and I'll be reading people. But when I tell y'all, it takes a lot for me to shift into the mode of wanting to fuck somebody up, whether that is physically or that is spiritually. It is not just bitch boo-hoo, bitch your mama, bitch you whatever. Yeah, that doesn't get me together. That doesn't move me. And like I said, it takes a lot. It takes a lot of provoking. And so when you do get me to that point, because of my energies as a Gemini, I don't stop until it's done. And nobody could stop me. Okay? It would take God himself to stop me. It would take God herself to stop me. Nothing stops me. I keep going. And that's why it takes a while. It takes a lot to put me in that space. Because baby, now that's my main focus. Now I don't care about anything else. I don't care about anybody else got going on. This is my focus. And like I said, in this class, we talk about focusing and getting rid of distractions, people, place, and things. Yes, sometimes it may appear that things pop up and, maybe this is a blessing. But a lot of times it'd be a distraction. And the spirit, or the spirits that be covering some people, because the covering of the spirit is not just a positive thing. There's also evil as people that are covered by demonic as entities. And that's why you have to know what energies are at play, and you have to know what spirits or what entities to employ or deploy to remove that covering. Because see, a lot of people be out here thinking they be out here giving you guys the idea that they're protected because I'm evil. So who's going to come in and check this evil person or check me because I'm evil and I work with James and blah, blah, blah. But at the end of the day, there's still a balance. There's still an order. There's still a code of ethics when it comes to work with this. And I told y'all before, when I offer classes and stuff, I don't just offer classes because it's an idea. I offer classes because I'm trained in this. I offer classes because I know what I know. I offer classes because, baby, like I said, I'm experienced. I don't just get into it because, this is a cute idea to discuss and give people. No, also going into the, taking full responsibility on the spiritual side of anything I teach you and you actually go out and do, or anything I teach you and you actually put into work. I'm responsible for that spiritually. I believe that. And so I would never give you false information. I would never give you any type of information that will put you in harm's way. Even going into people I don't like, baby, if I don't like you, you don't like me, girl, I just won't give you no information. That's it. That's all. Because maybe you'll switch the information around as if I gave you the real tea. And then, of course, now it's the old bitch, whatever. So that's how it is. So like I said, enemies hidden in plain sight, new class available until Monday. Like I said, it will be, I think the most parts that we've done so far in a class have been 6. This class is not going to be that large, and I make them short, and that's why they're parts like 15 minutes, 20 minutes. I think the most of the part has been is 30 minutes because, of course, the footage of that is so long when it goes into editing and stuff. It's a lot. Okay, so I'd rather just do like 15, 20 minutes, and then I end it, then we get into the next part. Like I said, even going into the platform, y'all, the class is not on YouTube. I actually send you a link from a different platform. And like I said, closed caption is available for all classes. Yes, honey. Hello. Of course, you have the option to go back and replay it. I do set, expiration for the classes. I believe that for this protection class, because I feel like it's so needed. I feel like it's so important. And I think beneficial to all people. This expiration for this class will probably be the whole 21 days. Like I said, this is going to be the first class so far, since we're offering high magic classes, that we're going to have a support group going alongside the class, and like I said, for 21 days. And then, of course, if you have any questions, serious emergency, maybe you don't have an emergency situation, but you're like, hey, this may come up, how can I protect myself, whatever, this is what this is going to be available for. Of course, you can also confide in the other people that are in the group with ideas, because of course some of them may have dealt with that, or maybe they might be dealing with the same stuff. But like I said, this is a class you definitely want to be a part of. It is on the blog spot. Like I said, I will also put it on the community post, and I believe I'm going to also do a snippet, because sometimes people want to see like what the class is giving, like a sample, and I'm like, why not? Why not? And so if I do that, you guys will be seeing a little snippet of it. I'll have to crop it down, give you a little snippet of it, and post it so you can see it. Okay. Anyway, y'all, that's pretty much it, y'all. Be careful, be careful, be careful. Like I said, keep your guards up, keep your energies up. Protection is very, very important. Always, every day, regardless of how comfortable you think you are, baby, don't be comfortable. Okay. Going into it, like I said, and also we got to be discussing the importance of moving in silence, right? Moving in silence. Right. And of course, I will explain that. Right. So that's going to be the number one thing we're going to tackle in that class. Moving in silence and not really speaking about what you're doing, how you're going about doing it, why you're doing it. I know people feel like that's important. I always tell y'all, when people are confronting others, sometimes people like to confront and they like to explain, like, hey, I noticed that A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Is there a reason why? And first of all, the person, you think the person's going to give you an honest answer, an honest reply, and say, well, I did it because, but I'm like, maybe, I don't know. But no, they're going to lie. They're going to, no, it's not me, whatever. So that's the approach you don't want to do. When you feel like somebody is doing something to you, or you feel like somebody has done something to betray you, and you just need more evidence, that's when you want to play like you don't know what's going on, and you want to get as much evidence as you can possibly from the perpetrator to then do what you need to do. Even going into, if you have all the evidence and you know that this person is guilty of what they're doing, you still want to, move in silence. You still want to, act like you don't know it. If you guys are really, really close and you find this out, don't be like, oh, all of a sudden, like, oh, you know what? I'm busy for the next 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks. No, you have to slowly but surely ease into it so they don't get alarmed. Like, maybe they know, maybe they're aware. And nowadays, a lot of people know. A lot of people are aware of, what they've done. A lot of people, pick it up quickly, like, maybe I said something offensive. So there you go. So like I say, you want to play it off until your stuff is done, and then you keep it pushing. When I tell y'all that if the persons that because maybe you're like, hey, this is I just want to give an example. Maybe like, yeah, I found out that, one of my friends is an op. One of my friends is playing two sides of the story. And this is something that happened a year ago. This is something that happened 5 years ago. Who knows? Maybe even like 10 years ago, depending on how long the situation is. For this stuff to manifest, for the techniques that I will be, and I will even encourage you guys too, when you sign up for the class, kind of give me a overall of what went on and what you're expecting to happen, so I know exactly what techniques you're looking for, and then going from there. If this is something that happened a while ago, and certain techniques are actually applied to the situation, like, you would be able to see your results of the work you're trying to get done energetically within the first 24 hours. Like, something will manifest, something will give you a sign, something will give you a sign about what, when, why, and how. And you don't even have to be intuitive. You could be somebody that don't do readings, that can't tap in. Like, something will present itself to you that this energy is starting to manifest on this person. Even going into identifying who this person is. I tell you, that's why I said 21 days. It will be as soon as, maybe the first day you're starting to work. But for sure, all enemies are always revealed within 21 days. I've never had any experience personally or even doing work for clients where they were like, I don't know who's doing it. I don't know how it's going on, blah, 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 blah. What is going on? It's never took longer than 21 days. And 21 days is 3 weeks. And of course, like I said, y'all, that may seem like a very long time. It's like, ooh, that's a little too long. But trust when I tell you this, baby, you've been dealing with this for 6 months, 9 months, a year, 3 years, 5 years, whatever. 3 weeks is not a long time. Patience is a virtue. So like I said, it does reveal itself. Like I said, we deal with some very, very powerful energy that reveal things to you. And like I said, it will show up. It will show up in whatever way you need to show up. Numbers, names, sounds, fragrances. A good example, I'm going to say this, I've said this before, I'm going to say it again. There's a lot of people I used to have in the past that were frenemies. Before I get into the second part of what I was going to say, but there's frenemies, and these frenemies would literally, while we are being friends, they would be like talking shit to other people about me, right? And then it would be in my face. It'd be like, girl, could you believe that Lucy Liu and Maribel wanted to blah, 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 blah. And it's like, no, girl, I can't believe that shit. And then they'll go back. Oh, they were talking about you. And Mia was saying this and that. They were playing two sides. And so when it was revealed to me, right, because y'all, and how it was revealed to me, I don't know if y'all believe in this stuff, but I grew up in a very superstitious, family, and superstition is a form of spirituality, believe it or not, because a lot of spiritual beliefs are based off of superstition. And so, and they're always accurate too. And so I had a ringing in my left ear, and it would itch like a motherfucker. And I'm like, oh God, maybe there's something in there and I'm not aware of it. And so y'all was doing like the cleanses. I was doing like the hydrogen peroxide with water dilution. And y'all, it would still be itching, right? On the 4th day, it stopped. And I'm going to tell you the significance of the 4. So on the 4th day, this stopped. And I'm like, oh, okay. Maybe it was like allergies or sinuses fucking with me. Okay. So when it was revealed to me shortly after this person being connected to the number 4 in many ways, like they have 4 on their license plate, their ID number had the number 4 in it, their life path number was the number 4. On the 4th month of the year, I think something happened, something else significantly happened. And they were revealing this themselves, right? Like I was like, wait, what? Okay, now this is making sense. But when I found out about them, y'all, I literally started doing work, right? And I was like, well, I'm gonna do slow paced work because I don't want it to be like boom. And girl, I'm still like connected with this person. And I'm like, oh my God, what the fuck, whatever. So I'm like, okay. So I did a slow build up. I'm not gonna take the techniques here, but I did a slow build up. And it was gone, y'all. That nobody heard from this person, nobody seen this person, nobody, like it was like boom. Like it was quickly, all of a sudden, I'm in my room and I'm cleaning up my room, y'all, and I'm dusting something. And something that I did on this person was in my room on this space. I'm not even going to call it an altar because it was more so like just a stowaway place, right? And so this thing bumped. And when it bumped, I was like, oh shit. All of a sudden, somebody like a couple days later asked about this person, like, hey, have you seen this person? No. This person resurfaced. When I tell y'all that this person talk about how they had, I mean, y'all, they went down a list of shit. I'm not even gonna get into this right now because I feel like they be watching my YouTube video stuff. But they had a whole list of shit that went down on them, like even to where they had to have a surgery to repair one of the things that had happened to them. And I was like, fuck. So I'm like, damn, like it was literally within the first 7 days of me doing this work, this person completely just fell off. Like I didn't hear from this person. I was like, girl, well, it's not my doing because girl, I didn't block them. I didn't tell them off, but something happened, right? And that was the first time, right? That was the first time. The second thing that happened was when we started getting back a little acquainted, they started getting a little messy, y'all. And people were telling me, and I was just like, oh, okay, it's okay. And I'm just like, spirit, handle them. Like handling a spirit, I'm not about to get down and dirty. And I feel like that'd be a spiritual thing too, where you like, I'm not gonna deal with that. And then somebody gets you in and you're like, no, fuck it, I got time today. And it could just be the Gemini me girl. You know, girl, I got a petty ass side of me too, girl. See, the thing about my pettiness though, I don't throw a rock and hide my hand. Like I want you to know that I'm being petty. And then my pettiness is me telling you to your face, blah, 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 blah. That's my petty. My petty is not going and doing conniving shit behind your back, being weird about it. Like, girl, I'm going to let you know what's going on. And I want you to also jump, jump. What they say, you feeling froggish, then leave. I want you to leave. Because then that'll give me every reason to be why I got motherfucking petty. But either way, y'all, so I was just like, spirit, handle this. Y'all, when I tell you that this person, like I said, I'm not even going to get into and get down, but this person dealt with a lot. And they also caught COVID three times within a certain amount of time. And the very last time they caught COVID, it really almost took them out. And so I'm just like, honey, when it comes to spirit, when it comes to, like I said, enemies, people that are working against you, you cannot be afraid of doing any work on them. You cannot be intimidated on that because, of course, these people are deemed your enemy. They're trying to stop you from getting a bag. They're trying to stop you from elevating. They're trying to stop you from branching out and connecting with people. They're trying to, they're trying to be, potholes in the fucking road and anybody who drives knows the fuck I'm talking about. They want to be holes in the road. They want to be big ass logs in the street to fucking fuck up your suspension system and shit. That's what they want to be. And so at that point, girl, you got to get rid of them. Bye-bye. Toss it to the side. Spirit handle it. People handle it. And like I said, baby, the spiritual tea working, you just got to be consistent with it. See, on this person in particular I'm speaking about, baby, I did it. I stopped it. And then, of course, it showed back up again. It resurfaced. It manifested in 7 days. And it literally took them almost, I want to say, 6 months to resurface. And so you have to just be consistent with it. And of course, it was light work. It was just, keep them away from me, keep them out of my business. But this go around, it's not just keep them away from, keep them out of my business. Like, I really don't want to even be in any type of situation with them. I don't want to cross paths. I don't want to talk to the same people that they talk to. Like, I want them completely out of my life, completely out of the way. Like, I don't even want to hear this person's name. And so that's where it's at with me. So like I say, you have to be consistent. And of course, because the energy has already been, manifested, the energy has already been done before, it ain't going to be nothing to get in and tackle. Okay. And so going into the second part of it, if it's something that they've done years ago and, you were not aware of it until now, like I said, this work could be, manifested, 24 hours quickly because the energy is already there and you're kind of resurrecting the energy. If it's something that's currently going on and it's an ongoing thing and there are multiple people involved, let's say if you're friends with somebody and they're pretending like they didn't do anything fucked up to you, but they actually are monitoring spirit for someone else, it could take up to 7 days or even the full 21 days to manifest because there's a lot of energy involved. And I always tell y'all that magic is manipulating energy. So when the energy is direct and pure, it's quicker and it's easier to get into and to clear up or to build up or do whatever else you need to do. When there's a lot of distraction, when there's a lot of hands in the cookie jars, if there's a lot of people at work here, maybe it's one person actually doing the footwork, but there's multiple people sending this one person, or they have many assignments to do, it would take a lot, or it would take time to decipher what that energy is. And once again, you leave it all up to the spirits. The spirits work it out. The spirits figure it out. Which one is the greatest? And like I said, once again, I give you the tools. I give you the, the workings, the techniques to utilize to have that manifest as quickly as possible. Because maybe you don't have 21 days for the shit to manifest. Maybe it's a do or die type of thing. Maybe it's, you're trying to actually manifest and get let's say elevate and get a new house. And this person you feel like has just been souring up your life for every single thing. And you've got like 2 weeks to get into this new place. Like, yes, it can work quicker than that. But once again, we're looking for the most efficient, but yet effective, results. And like I said, 21 days, 7 days, 21 days. Like I said, sometimes even instantly. But like I said, if it's an ongoing thing and it's a lot of energy involved, including maybe even your own energy, maybe you just feel like there's no way this person is doing that. There's no way. How would this person do that? I've been on this person my whole life. Trust when I tell you this, baby, it happens. It happens all the time. I want to knock on wood. That's not my story, but I've worked with clients that has had that happen. Like their own family was trying to set them up. And so that is what it comes down to, knowing who, what, when, why, and how. So like I said, those are the two options. Basic, like I said, it's even on the blog spot. Basic would be you just want to identify, have them revealed to you, and maybe want to do some type of working on them, because I'm going to give you some basic techniques, but yet effective techniques on how to handle that, to keep them where they're at so they're not continue to tampering. But like I said, if it's a bigger thing, if it's like, oh, girl, the people in my department are teaming up to get me up out of here. Oh, girl, they're trying to plant, this serious situation on me. Like I said, that's the advance. And of course, we get in and we get down. And of course, from past experiences, that's I tell y'all, we are going to give a disclosure. We're going to get into, even when I'm talking to you all, telling you the do's and the don'ts. And once again, it's just advice because you do what you want to do. But in the past, people have got in and got down, and they just, I don't know, they were nice people. They were good-hearted people. And I even explained to them, the work we're doing is not evil work. We're just calling these people out for what they are. And of course, we're handling them. The same energy that they're giving you, we're seeing that the universe give them that in full force. And they started getting afraid. They started getting scared because things started going down, and they started thinking that maybe there was going to be some type of physical tracking. Like, oh, well, everybody is getting sick with this, right? And it's just an example. Everybody's getting sick. Did this person possibly do something? Because they're the only ones that didn't get sick. Did they do something? Did anybody eat after this person? Did anybody? And that type of thing. So it's like, no, honey, you have to move into this confidently. And like I said, I'm here. That's what the support group is for, to keep reminding you to stand on it, to don't change your mind, stay on top of it, focus your energy, direct it. Don't worry about anything else. Yes, people are like, I don't have all the time. I explained this to my sister before. One of my sisters, she liked to do very long rituals, extended rituals, to where she get clouded. And I tell her, you don't have to work things like that. The initial tea, I do see 15 to 30 minutes because you're taking days to prepare for it anyway. But getting into doing a ritual for 2 or 3 hours, that's a little too much. Baby, you don't need all that time. 10, 15, 20 minutes, that's it. If you're somebody who you don't have that time, because let's say you have children, newborn baby, whatever, you don't have the time, baby, then I would say multiple times throughout the day, you will A, B, C, D, E, F, G. And that's that. So that's pretty much it, y'all. Let me see who's up in here, and I'm going to go. Y'all, this is in the hour of the moon, honey. We got to get us to some tea. Come on, Montessori, how you doing? Yes, honey. Oh, how wow! This is Cypher. I should have taken the class. Well, the class is available until Monday. I'll be posting a snippet though, so you guys can see it. That's what we'll post snippets. But it's like, do a snippet. Come on here, unjustably. Come on in here, unjustifiably. If you want to be short, like they say, interesting, and then they go interesting. Come on in here. So yes, honey, we're in the hour of the moon, and it's time to connect with Oshun, so I can get in and get my spiritual goons. Okay, to fuck some shit up. Please, anyway, good chatting with you, Montessor. And y'all, I will be back very, very soon. God bless. Love and light. And once again, check the blog spot. I'll be also putting on the community posting, and you will get a snippet as early as, I mean, it might be tonight. We'll see. We'll see, when I'm done doing what I got to do, snipping it down and doing all that. But yes, y'all, love and light. And everybody will have it for sure by Sunday. For sure, honey. I'm even thinking tomorrow night because tomorrow is Saturday. But I'm like, yeah, Sunday for sure. I'll be sending out for those who sign up for the class. And of course, even if you sign, yeah, that'd be good. So everybody get it at the same time. So then on Monday, I could be like, did everybody get the class? And there we go. Okay. Anyway, y'all, love and light. Come on in here. Oh, my bad, Mystic. It's Jay. Come on, Jay. Come on. Yes, honey. Yes, honey. Like zodiacal. Yes, honey. Ow. Zodiacal. Astrological. Ooh, zodiacal energy. And Jay, these be actual words. People be like, who used that word? Moi? Yo? Yo, 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 yo. That's who used those words. Yo. I love the word zodiacally. Zodiacal. Astrological. Ow! I love that. I love that, honey. I love that. And now we like unjustifiably. Hello. Okay. Yes, honey. Wait, so tell me why Oshun is connected to Virgo. So who told you that? Who told you that, Jay? Who told you that Oshun is connected to Virgo? What path? What path?
How does it look like?
Wait. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, y'all. I gotta go. See what I mean? Oh, look at Stevie. I gotta go. I gotta go. I gotta go. Oh. Y'all, this weather feels so good. Today is the first day that I don't have to have no AC on, y'all. And the fan is not even on. I should turn the ceiling fan is on, but the other fan is on. It feels so good in here, y'all. Listen, let me do my thing. I got about 45 minutes to do what I got to do. And I'm going to take me a cute little nap. And go get into my tea. And I hope to see y'all soon. I need to go ahead and put those 2 midnight metanoids out, y'all, because I tell y'all we're gonna be doing other things, which of course I'm trying to get time to do, y'all. But I just feel like there's a lot going on, like between my people, and of course I'm not complaining, y'all. We're productive over here. It's like, girl, I'm doing my work, I'm getting my home together, and of course, it's a lot. You got to take care of your stuff, you got to take care of your home, and you got to take care of your business. And so it's like, girl, there be, things bleed over, things cross over. And I just want to give thanks and give glory to the highest God that reigns supreme and the universal God that allow all things to happen. Because a lot of people have not been productive. A lot of people have to go, oh, Jesus. A lot of people have to go get PPP loans because they're not being productive. So we want to just give thanks to the universal God. Give thanks to the spirits. Oh, hallelujah. Give thanks to the spirits that has kept us, that has kept us afloat, that has kept us moving with the ways of life, the ebb and flow of how the universe should go. Come on in here. We can't complain about a fuck ass thing. Hello. Even when the lemons is thrown our way, we want to give thanks to the universe for allowing us to make lemonade because, of course, the lemon was there. Of course, the water was there. Of course, the sugar was there. But it was the universe that allowed it to be possible. It was the universe that allowed the lemon to be thrown at you and you to have the water and the sugar because you could have just had the lemon throw it at you, girl, and call it a motherfucking day. But even without the sugar and the water, the lemon creates an exfoliation. Let that lemon exfoliate you. Let that lemon cleanse you out. So we're just thankful for the universal God and the energies and the spirits around that has allowed all things to be possible. Ow! That a bitch didn't have to do a fuck ass thing, but do what the fuck she loves to do. Oh, hallelujah. Oh, hallelujah. We can't have given a lot of praise than that. Come on in here. We can't have given no louder praise than that. Come on in here. Hello. Okay. And that was a logical path, but it's a lot of West African people had to pass through the Americas because they were really from a continent in the Pacific. What is their reach? A lot of the beings like that. So I really don't believe, Jay, and we had this conversation before, I think, I don't know if it was publicly or privately, but I really don't think that the original Africans are the same Africans as the modern day people. And I mean the African Americans, quote unquote, and the Africans that are currently in Africa. Something had to change. If the white folks evolved from black people, by the way, because that's what they say scientifically, is that the African people had curlier hair, darker skin, wider nostrils. And as they migrated into the northern part of the hemisphere, the skin had to lighten up. They had to become straight, et cetera, et cetera. It remained curly and huge nostrils because in the heat, you could barely breathe. So the bigger nostrils allowed them to breathe. The curly hair protected the scalp, come on in here, as well as it protected the spiritual bodies. Come on in here. Let's talk about it. And so either way, I don't believe that the Black Americans are rooted and connected to the Africans or the Blacks in Africa in modern day, outside of them moving the people from South Carolina, North Carolina, and Florida over there to West Africa. See, I keep telling y'all that. Y'all need to grab some books and read some books. In the 1800s, they were migrating African-American people, aka the Geechee people, into West Africa to populate over there. So in 2020 motherfucking 3 or in 2017, when you black folks started doing ancestors and me, because 1800s to fucking 2000, baby, it's 200 and something years. Am I correct? So at that point, they migrated into all over other parts of Africa. So when you do 23andMe or motherfucking Ancestry, they're going to tell you got Cameroon in you, you got Senegal in you, based off the motherfucking markers. And you know why? Because your indigenous ass ancestors were shipped over there. And a lot of you were stolen, a lot of you were mixed up. But see, that's the history that people don't want to talk about. And that's why I'm going to think about the history of black people being slave shit. It pissed me the fuck off because people don't talk about the real fucking story. People just talk about whether, oh, well, I heard. Well, you heard half the fucking truth. And that's why you sick and stuck now. So if you want to know the truth, go get a fucking book. That's what the fuck is going on. They got y'all mixed up. So you thinking that you are when you're really not. You thinking that you are what you are when you're really not. And so now, oh, it makes sense. I knew I was African. I'm from the Fulani tribe, and you're out here doing coo, and that's not even your bloodline. And it's like, girl, even after 23andMe, how many of y'all are excelling? Because now you're connected to your recent. I don't know why the fuck that even matter. Because a lot of you ain't got it right. You ain't got it right with your grandparents. A lot of you ain't got it right with your mom and dad. And I mean that all due respectfully. I don't give a fuck about no great-great-grandma or great-great-grandfather that passed on, bitch, because I didn't know them in the physical body. I give a fuck about them because I'm a part of that bloodline, and they made it possible for me to be here right now. But, baby, I'm more concerned about the people that raised my mama and raised my motherfucking daddy. I'm more responsible, and I'm more focused on that energy. And that's what it comes down to. So, baby, we're worrying about our ancestors in Africa, and I'm going back, and I've been up there too. Girl, why y'all not go back to Africa? Why is there black people going to Taiwan and shit? Y'all going to Thailand and shit. Why not go back to the Mother Earth? Why not go, girl? They going to Colombia, Brazil. You got black Americans leaving to go to Mexico. Why not go back to Africa? If this is where y'all really from. But you know why? Because that's not where you're from. And so go back into what you said, Jay. Black Americans, many of them, yeah, there's fragmented pieces of the originals. Come on in here. There's fragments or imprints or copies, come on in here, of the originals. Yes, there is. And that's why there's black people on every continent on this planet and has been for thousands of years. You have black Samoans, you have black Asians, you got black Europeans, you have black all that. Let's talk about it. So going into even these stories of these Orishas are not originally African stories. And even going into the stories that are told about these Orishas, how you just said that Oshun is connected to Virgo. I would like to know what path that's on and see, do my own research because I don't see it. I don't see it. Virgo is a patriarch. Virgo is a matriarch type of energy. But going into the comparing of and even what Virgo came from, why they even call that zodiacal energy Virgo, there's no connection with Oshun. That would be beautiful though. And in the essence of it all, just like God is in everything. Oh, come on in here. Oshun is in everything too. So on that side, yes, Virgo is connected to Oshun. Yes, Virgo is connected to Leo. Yes, Virgo is connected to Libra. Yes, Virgo is connected to Sagittarius. Or excuse me, Oshun is connected to Sagittarius. Oshun is connected to Virgo. Oshun is connected to Leo. Oshun is connected to Taurus. Yes, in that sense, definitely. Definitely. But the energy that moves, if you wanted to get into a celestial body of energy, because that's what Oshun is, it's a celestial body of energy, that is not Virgo. That is not Virgo. That's not Virgo, baby. That's not Virgo, baby. Come on in here. Do you breathe at the top of the mountains like when you go walking or hiking? Oh, well, I would have to climb to the top of the mountain to tell you that, Jay. Allegedly, the altitude is so high, the air is so thin that it's harder to breathe. Like your lungs, it cannot take that in. And I think there's a scientific reason for that too. So I would have to personally walk up there to be able to tell you that. But I do know in the heat, it is harder to breathe. I'm sure we've all been in hot climates and you're like, whoa, it's so hot out here. Where it kind of makes you lose your breath a minute. You're like, ooh, ooh. And I don't have big nostrils. So I'm like, I can say for me, girl, the heat takes my breath away. I think I have some type of nostril, but the heat take my breath away, honey. So I'm like, honey, I don't know. I could tell you that from personal experience for sure. The mountain part, I don't know. I can't tell you. Backward, I think they were, and not just the United States. You said it. Well, you said it. And even going into all that, all of these islands and stuff that was colonized, allegedly. His story is written by the colonizers. Everybody keeps speaking about Christopher Columbus. They're making it seem like he's the first one to discover. And the only ones that have that story are the colonizers. Everybody else know what it is. Everybody else know what it ain't. Okay. Yeah, a lot of African Americans are going to Asia and stuff. And I'm like, but is this a spiritual thing going on? Or is this a physical thing? Because we've been all talking about Black Power, Dashiki, Black Panthers, put your fist up in the air type of thing. Also the good shit, girl, dreadlocks and all that, girl. I mean, let's talk about it. Um, but now all of a sudden, y'all going to Thailand, Taiwan. Y'all make your ways into Colombia, Brazil. You got one of your favorite YouTubers over there in Brazil, Colombia, allegedly because the government. And I'm just like, but why not go to Africa then? If you, I mean, let's talk about it. If you really are, what you say you are, go to Africa. I mean, let's make it make sense. Let's make it make sense. And I was keep telling y'all this as well. You either are powerful or you're not powerful. You either are a witch or you're not a witch. You either know the techniques or you don't know the techniques. I'm not running out of America because I'm afraid of what the government may do, because I know the spirits that they think they're connected to also have the abilities to connect with them. So speaking out of my mouth, I'm not running out of a country. I'm not running out of a place because I'm afraid of what they may do, because I know they're not in control. So when a leader comes out or someone comes out and say they can tap in, they got all this wisdom, all this knowledge, and the ancestors told me, well, why couldn't the ancestors protect your black ass in this country? Hello? Did Dick Gregory go to another country? Hello? Can we talk about it for a minute? I think the only one that is known to go to another country was Dr. Sabi. I think he was the only one that's known to go to another country like that. And of course, Amari Shakur, I like saying that, Shakur, Amari Shakur, run over to Cuba. But I'm like, outside of that, girl, why are y'all running? I thought this was your land. I thought your ancestors fought and bled on this land. And see, that's what people don't understand with me. I wish my ancestors would have fought, bled, lost their motherfucking lives on any motherfucking soil, and an immigrant, migrant ass president will come in this motherfucking country and think he gonna tell me what the fuck I'm gonna do. He gonna tell me what the fuck I'm gonna do, as if my ancestors didn't bled on this land. As if they didn't bleed on this motherfucking land. Bitch, you got it fucked up. And that's why I say, respectfully, I don't fuck with a lot of American spiritualists because they're not those girls. They're not those girls. They're not those boys. They're not those people. They're not those children. They're not who they say they are. And that's why they all have some type of criminal record. They all have some type of financial, public, like bankrupt type of situation, or they all have been fucked up by the spells that they're alleging that they can cast on you. And it's like, girl, you can cast a spell, you can read a spell. You can read a spell, you can detect a spell. How the fuck you not understanding what is a spell? How the fuck you not understanding the identity of the African that they put on you is a spell? How are you not understanding your life is a spell? Girl, the white man is the reason why. No, it's not, girl. You haven't woke up yet. Because there were lots of stories and programs that were placed upon me that I don't live by. And it gagged the fuck out of people. They're like, but wait, but who? But huh? And that be pissing me off too. People are like, well, I honestly, I got to know you. I do see you a little different, but I really thought you were like these other people. And I'm like, girl, the fuck? But I understand that's how people get by. That's how people justify their racism. That's how people justify their homophobia. That's how people justify their sexism. Because you remind them of their mother, you remind them of their father, you remind them of something fucked up that happened to them. And that's their trauma, not yours. And so that's why I take pride on, once again, knowing spirit and moving in spirit. And no man or no woman could step on that. No man and no woman could stop that. No man and no woman could take that away from me. Like I said, you're never going to hear me say, y'all, something's coming, y'all. We need to pack our bags and get the fuck out of here. The fuck? What? Girl, at that point, you need to cancel me, because that means I'm a charlatan. That means I'm a scammer. That means I'm a liar. That means I'm not who I say I am. That means that all this information I gave you has been a lie. That's what that means. If I say, oh, girl, y'all, oh, my God, y'all, we in for some trouble. I believe in my stuff. I believe in my work. I've seen my work every day. On the day, every hour, on the hour. I'm here right now because of my work. And so that's why I say when I meet people and I know people, family, friends, they be put in situations and they're afraid. And I'm so afraid of what this government's going to do because I'm a part of the LGBT community. I'm like, girl, you better wake the fuck up. You better wake the fuck up. You better connect with your ancestors. You better connect your ancestors. Ain't no way. Whatever spirits got you this far, whatever spirits got you ordained to be in this moment, whatever spirits set you up to be here right now and to be who you are right here, right now, under this system, you better awaken those spirits. You better tap in. Stop being distracted by person, places, and things because you have the power. And that's people not understanding. See, like I say, even going into the storyline, something that just popped up recently about the Drewski guy being white-faced and shit, and the controversy, the media was trying to make it seem like all these people were upset about this man doing this, and a lot of people are like, no, it was funny. Very few people were upset, and they took that and they stretched it. Same thing with the 1950s and 60s. You think that when it was whites and blacks being segregated, that every black person had to follow those rules? You think that every white household kept black folks at the back of the house? Can we talk about it? Do you not know that some of those black workers was getting paid more than the white workers? They said it was a white man that owned a business and they had black workers working there. You know, some of these white owners were giving these black people more paid than the white folks. And that's how a lot of these black folks had homes, was able to retire good. They found out when Big Mama died that she had $1.5 million in her account in 1950s and stuff. Hello, 1970s. Hello. You think she just got lucky and that shit fell in her bank account? But you're going to tell me that y'all witches? That y'all powerful? That y'all got magic? That y'all could put a curse and a hex on a bitch, but you can't get your shit together? You can't be in the land that you grew up in. You can't stay in the land that your ancestors got fought and got fucked up in. And that's what I say too. I only understand those who are afraid who don't got no blood here. That I understand that. Like a lot of the immigrants, I understand y'all being in fear because you ain't got no blood here. There's no physical remnants of your blood being here. But even then, that's not an excuse because your ancestors and your spirits that got you here, however you got here, they didn't lead you here to fail. They didn't bring you here just to have a taste of freedom. They didn't bring you here just to get an idea of what it's like to be in America, because this land is not all that free. This land is not all that damn great, baby. Don't get fooled. So the same spirits that brought your ass up over here is the same spirit that can keep you here. Don't let people fool you. Don't let people distract you and make it seem like they have the control because they don't. The president only have as much control as the people allow him to. And we're not talking about the white folks. We're not talking about the black folks neither. It's the people, period. See, when you move in fear, you become stuck. You allow the other spirits to win. You're like, oh, I'm afraid. I can't move no more. Now the other spirits like, bitch, I ain't afraid. I know what's going to go down. Now they're able to move in and do what they need to do. So you never live in fear. You never work in fear. You never move in fear. And you know that you're in control. You know that the spirits around you, your guardians, your angels, your ancestors, your loved ones, the people that have been with you throughout many lives and they cannot be with you in this physical life. They're always with you. They're always helping you along the way. You just got to pay attention. So like I said, a lot of things are manifesting, Jay, that didn't make sense in the past, and it's coming out. Like people got to step what Beyonce said, and it's coming to find out. A lot of these Native American indigenous people purposely black, what they called gatekeep. I was going to say black kept black indigenous people. Now they're saying black people can now join the tribe. It's been always known that white folks with red hair is not really white folks with blonde hair, blue eyes. Those are mutated white people. Hello. We always knew that. But, you know, now all of a sudden they want to say that red-haired white folks are not really white. Like, girl, just like with black folks. Everybody's black, everybody African. Africa, come and save us now. I'm not seeing any of those countries over there trying to save any black Americans from a fuck-ass thing because they know the truth. But even on top of that, I don't see, and of course, y'all going into, even if you were to go to Kenya and you were to go to Cameroon, you were to go to Senegal, right? If you work, you still got to pay tax to the United States government as long as you have a citizenship here. You have to completely denounce the citizenship here to not have to pay taxes no more. Hello? And I don't know if that's possible, or I don't know if it's an easy step to do. But that's why they want you to go over there. Hey, we're the Kenyan government. We want the African Americans to come over here. Not to mention the Kenyan government experiment on its people, just like the American government do. Yay! So go ahead and go over there, babe. But like I said, y'all want to go to Taiwan, Thailand, and allegedly they don't like us. Allegedly, the Chinese, the Vietnamese, the Thai, the Taiwan, they don't like us, allegedly. But y'all going over there to live with them, huh? Y'all going right on over there, huh? Just moving on in. And then y'all want to talk about everybody else. I can't believe the Mexicans just came in and gentrified us. Oh, you don't think they're going to be standing over there when y'all black asses go over there? When y'all black asses pop up in those hotels and those apartments and shit, you think they're going to say that about y'all too? You think they're going to be saying, "Oh my God, the black people, they just came in, they just took over"? The fuck? Yeah, I'll say the same thing. Like, girl, get your shit right. And that be the saddest thing too. Y'all be going to run over there, but your family fucked up. Your family fucked up. Your family fucked up. Get your family right over here and then move up over there. But see, we know what really be going on. A lot of y'all be running because y'all don't want to be held responsible and accountable. We talk about a lot of people moving out of California because California make you register if you're a sex offender. California be nosy and prying you when you get government assistance. California will know everything about you, how, when, why, and how. And maybe a lot of people don't like that, so they leaving out of California because they don't want people to know that they're child violators. They don't want people to know that they're female antagonizers. They don't want people to know that they're hateful about other people and themselves too. So what they do, they leave out of California. Now it's, oh, I don't like California. Oh, California, I just hate California. I just so expensive for me. It's so expensive. It's not expensive for you, girl. Girl, it's not sense for you, girl. The only thing that you can get in the South the cheap is probably gas. Girl, I done did my research. I done been over there, girl. Texas and shit, girl. Texas is more expensive over here. When it comes to food and shit, girl, y'all not paying $3.99 for bitch. Actually, y'all not paying $2 for a 12 count of eggs over there in Texas. The fuck? Y'all still paying what we paying. Y'all not getting 2-liter sodas for 79 cents and shit. Y'all paying $1.92 too. $2, $3. So, bitch, what are you really saving on? But I know why. Y'all want to hide. Y'all want to be perverts and you want to hide that you're a pervert. Texas and these states don't make you, they don't fine you for messing with animals. They don't find you. You might get a fine for abusing them, but they don't care with you messing with animals, girl. Baby, they don't care about you being a pedophile in Missouri and moving to Texas. They don't make you register there. The crime has to happen in Texas for you to register. California says if you're a pedestal antagonizer or hateful person, even in the state of Florida, when you get over here, bitch, you better register. And they don't play that. So that's why people don't like California. And y'all better move out now. No, bitch, you better not. You better not, bitch. This is one of the safest places to be at. You better not leave out of California. When the shit hit the fan, bitch, this is going to be the best place you're going to be protected at. And mark my motherfucking word. Hello? Mark my word. Hello? Hello? My spiritual people, I'm talking to y'all. Wake up. Wake up, my spiritual people. I'm talking to y'all. Every time I talk, I'm talking to y'all. I'm talking to these lame ass people, girl. These people that don't know, that don't care to know, and all that good shit. I'm talking to y'all. Bitch, wake up. Wake up. Do I need to come on here with a bell every time? Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Maybe that's not what we just start doing. We just start ringing bells and shit. Ding, 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 ding. Get a cowbell. Wake y'all up, honey. Wake the spirit up. Wake the soul and the spirit up. And that's it, honey. I've been a rant. So wait, is she really Pisces then? Who? Right, going into Oshun and Orisha's not being tried to, okay. Who said Oshun is a Pisces? Who said Oshun is a Pisces? That's supposed to be Gimaya. There's been a lot of things going on within the Black American and Black Caribbean communities. It has been. And I think it's a cross between the spiritual awakening and the people that's trying to keep you guys spiritually dead. That's my opinion on that.
Hello. That's my opinion on that. I think it's a separation of the ones that have been bled in and bled out. Come on in here. And if you know what I mean, you know what I mean. It's a fight between those who have been bled in and been bled out. And I really gotta go. You know, I got 20 minutes of what I gotta do, Jay. I gotta go. You tell the absolute truth, Mister. The faith without works part of the Bible is very, it sure is. It sure is, honey. You gotta know what you know. And that's what I be saying too, honey. I have been on a fast. People say you need to fast and pray, and that's why I'm gonna say this right here, right now. If you want a gem to be left with you, and you want to, you say, Mystic, you don't anything you told me I didn't learn from. Mystic, everything you say is out your ass. Everything you say is out your neck. Mystic, I can tell you one dumbass bitch. Blah blah. Whatever you think, I'm gonna leave you this one thing. Because see, it's really supposed to be an extended period of time, and it's supposed to go more than 30 days. But then we're gonna make it simple for you. For the next day, I don't want you to consume any of your favorite desserts or foods. Don't eat nothing of your favorite. If you love pizza, don't eat pizza. If you love hot Cheetos, don't eat hot Cheetos. You love cookies, don't eat. You love bread, don't eat none of your favorite desserts and foods. And if you really can't, don't eat shit, but just drink water and get vitamins. And of course, if you have a medical condition, I'm not advising you. You do what you want to do. But you spend that whole day thinking, pondering, what is spirit? Who is spirit? What am I? Who am I? Why am I here? What's the purpose of this? What's the purpose of this? What am I? Who am I? Why? 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 What is this? Who is God? Show me your face. Show me who you are. Reveal it to me. I need to know. Only focus on that. Only focus on that. Don't worry about anything else. Nobody. Don't worry about your mama, your daddy. So, oh, what my sister, what my brother doing? Oh my God, what about my bill? Fuck all that. For this day, for this whole 24 hours, and mark my word. By the time that those 24 hours are up and done, unless you're just spiritually dumb, unless you're just ignorant, unless you just really have no brain cells, no common sense, and maybe you're soulless. I don't know. I'm just speaking. It's going to be revealed to you who, what, when, why, and how. And also asking that spirit to direct you, asking that spirit to keep you in the light, to keep you in the truth, to keep you, oh, come on in here, to keep you above all other thing else. And watch what happens. Watch what happens. And that's all I'm saying. If nothing else you do and nothing else I tell you to do and you've done and you're like, I don't give a fuck about it because who the fuck is this? What this fuck this training talking about? Yeah, you do that. And you let me know too. I would love feedback. You let me know. What came to you? What was showed upon you? What was told upon you? What you felt? What you seen? Because like I said, a lot of people are not moving. They're not moving by faith. They're not moving by their spiritual. They're letting spirits, demonic, low vibrational spirits lead them. And so they're getting caught up in that. Oh, I thought I was following God, and God told me, my spirits told me to move out here to Colombia. My spirits told me to move out here to Mexico. And now you're going to get done up because America's going to cut off ties with these countries, and they're going to let them know if there's anybody over there, they can't come back. And now all of a sudden you stuck over there. And all of a sudden you're a missing person now. And all of a sudden, girl, there's a lot that's going to go on with you, girl. Now they're going to be able to do what they want with you. You're going to be like these other countries. They started separating the people that were citizens, people that were not citizens, and they started doing things to them. And there's a lot of countries that do that right now. So it's like, baby, you're setting yourself up. And so now you're going to say, oh, I'm spiritually protected over here, though. Why were you spiritually protected in America, though? How are you spiritually protected in Colombia? How are you spiritually protected in Mexico? How are you spiritually protected over there in Taiwan and Thailand, but you couldn't be spiritually protected in America? Can we talk about it? No, because no, girl. You know, people think they grown because they older. Do what you want, girl. It's your life, but ain't nobody saving you, girl. Ain't nobody saving you, baby. I know I'm not. Ain't no captain saving her, girl. You knew better. You didn't give a fuck. The race thing is so fake. Black, white, brown, just umbrella terms to lots of genetic groups. You said it. And going even to genealogy Anyway, your racial identity was based off your features, not your skin color. That's why, and I keep saying this in movies, when they show ancient stuff like Valhalla, is it called Valhalla? Valhalla, is it Valhalla, that TV show? I mean, there's a lot of TV shows. They show people going into the ancient world and they have white, black, Indian looking people, Hispanic looking people in this country. You're like, wait a minute, this is in Greece. The fuck? Wait a minute, this is in ancient Mexico. Yes, they're giving you the fucking truth. Everybody don't look the same in the ancient worlds on these TV shows. You think they're just spicing it up because it's for modern day TV? That's how it's always been. Girl, your race has been classified by your features, not your skin color. And yes, there's a lot of people out there that has features that nowadays people could be considered other races. Oh, you look like you could be white. And it's like, well, how? Well, I was looking at your nose. Like, what? Oh, you look like you could be black. I know because you have big nose, so I knew it. Like, girl, what? That's not a black thing. Small nose, big big lips, small lips. Girl, the fuck? Girl, that is just that's a race thing. That's a gene thing, a genetic thing. But modern day term of race, that's not a race thing. So learn something from this. Learn something from this, little boy and little girl. Okay? That's it. I'm done. That's really sad to people. Yeah, people are leaving California, Jay. Yeah, honey. And I saw a video too of a guy that only live in California talk about leave California. Then I'm thinking to myself, like, but why are you leaving California? Are you a pedophile? Where are you running from? You owe money? You owe California tax franchise? The California state franchise? Ow. Hello? Huh? You owe California some money? Where you running for? I know there's one person that got kicked out of California. I know somebody that can't even come back to California, baby. They can't get nothing in the name of California. And they're about to get kicked out of the South, honey, because they already got kicked out one of the cities. And the judge and everybody said, if we see you back through these roads again, bitch, you're going to jail for a long time. Ow. Listen, that's not funny. Let me not do that. Let me not do that, honey. Let me not. Yeah, I'm not laughing at nobody else's demise. Go to spirit, come in, the spirit do what they got to do. And that's just it. Hello. But bye for now, you all. Love and light, love and truth. I will see you guys again very soon. Like I said, check out the blog spot. Enemies hidden in plain sight. And like I said, I'll be posting a snippet as early as tonight. Yeah, honey. Like I said, twospiritmystic.blogspot.com, 28spirit8mystic@gmail.com. Bye for now. Love and light.